looking for help. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Gamecocks offense will get first crack at it here. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, hitting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Got it in the middle, it's Hurley. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for a man. It's McCoy. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. So Arkansas's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
That's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to.
He lobs one high down the left side.
Abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation and time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him lead the run.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Picked off. Set him up. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Guys, when you think about Arkansas and what a challenge this is going to be for both teams, both with unblemished records, both sitting atop the conference, and both eager to square off against each other.
And what I think makes this one more fun is that it's not just the two top teams in the conference. These might be two of the better teams in the entire country. These two teams might make the college football playoff. Lots of football out ahead. But this is a matchup, regardless of whether you're a fan of these teams in the conference or college football, you've been waiting to see.
And it's so nice that whoever wins this, you talk about putting yourself in a great position, you hand them a loss in the conference, move them down the standings, and you have the tiebreaker. A lot on the line today.
He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. They'll run it on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
They'll bring it back from inside his spot. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Back to pass, it's McCord. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quarterback on the keeper. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. He's got it. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Gives it on the option. Runs through a tackle.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Gamecocks come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Gamecocks are flying down the field. Might as well give it to him again. Got the first down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. It's a draw. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. Power football with the run. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with the pickup of 4. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. To the air, it's McCord. Catch in the middle, it's Hurley. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Gamecocks will try to pick it up on 4th down. He wants it all. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
It's a turnover on downs.
To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll leave it with him. Turning it on. Smashes through the tackle. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Not the biggest play in the world, but it's one that can set the tone as he bangs his way out to the 38. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. Turns it on in midfield. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. They'll give it to the back. Sweet punt there. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold on.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Takes makes the easy completion. And the defense settled in to stop that before a short gain. As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Between the uprights, it's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. To the air, it's McCoy. Wide open downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. And the Gamecocks in a good spot here with second and short. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Oh, he's got some space. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now the play fake. Throws for the tight end. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Got rid of it just in time. Another incompletion on third down. The Gamecocks will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the first down. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Off the play fake on first down. And he dropped it, just didn't whip the thing all the way in. So now it's second and long. Back to pass. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they'll decline the pass interference penalty, and the results of the play will stand. To the air on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. Still on his feet at the 35. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The play action fake. Looking deep down the right side. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. Looking to throw again. Finds it back in the middle.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Wants to go up top. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Takes it the other way. They finally make This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. They'll try to sneak it.
I know it's early, but you're down by a lot of points. You've got to go for it here on 4th down, David. I'm finding my best player offensively and giving him a shot.
And what you said is all the difference in the world.
Touchdown, South Carolina! Excellent pass by the back on the option. It's a much-needed line for this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down, you're going to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He'll start the return inside his spot. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you be conservative and play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. He'll do it himself. Nice move there. Got the 1st down and more. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Looking downfield on 1st down. Threw his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down. Working that left side now. He is going nowhere. He's not at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. A strike downfield. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Sets up the screen. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. The Razorbacks pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work.
Stop me when you've heard this before. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. Just continuing to put 1st downs together. So far, this defense just can't find any answers.
Timeout call by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Fires to the big fella. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He makes a grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all 1st half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
South Carolina, 7.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Wants to throw. It's McCord. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. Can't make the catch, and it'll be 3rd down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration. Leaves it with the running back. Breaks the tackle and runs through another one. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. And the game Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia.
Just about set to get this second half underway. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Brings up second down.
Off the RPO, complete. Still running at the 40. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! And the route is on.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
31, South Carolina, 7.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Makes it past the marker. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a 1st down.
Another first down for the offense.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Lynn. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
Brings up second down.
Back to throw. It's McCord. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Gamecocks really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. Off play action on 1st down. Got him downfield. He's brought down the one of play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
And that's a first down.
Off the play fake. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Takes the handoff. It's Cox. He's pulled down after a tough run. Gets it to the 6. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Quick strike through the air for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. That big guy open down here in the red zone. You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. On the ground with the counter. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Give to the running back. going high and deep down the left side. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Razorbacks. And the pummeling has started.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. Or will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Motion from the wideout. They'll run play action. Caught in the backfield. It's Lynn.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
And they can't make the play on third down. The Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. No fair catches here, looking for room. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Makes the grab on the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? He'll keep it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Going to work on 2nd down. The red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll pull it on the read. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow.
And if I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arkansas. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
On the move from inside his 5. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. The give to the tailback. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Quarterback on the keeper. And he finds no running room at all, and the third quarter is over. Maybe more open spaces coming in the fourth. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Motion from the back. Looking to throw, it's DeMarco. Fires to the middle. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this defense.
They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. They're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. He'll do it himself. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Leads it with the back. Takes his man miss. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Pure domination all game for this. They've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Gonna sling it on second down. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. the shotgun. They go to the ground. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. To the air, it's DeMarco. Here comes the heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
You gotta love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way. And here we are early in the fourth quarter, and they are still bringing their A game.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. Let's see what he can do with it. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody.
There he goes. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. They'll go to the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to work in the air on second down. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find this man for 6. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas. Quick strike through the air for the score. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
He'll return it. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, it's Dishman. Here's the pressure. Pulls it in down the middle. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Breaks into the open. Picks up the first down. And he marches in for the score. Touchdown,
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
on the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Reads it, fires complete. Tackle almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
Brings up second down.
He's got it on the right. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Putting together a nice drive. Couple of first downs in the books. Now 1st and 10 from the 44. Give to the back. Spins away from the defender.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of pain.
Turning it on! And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Handoff from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. With the clock running, this should be the final play.
Second down coming up.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard